Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. So let's just take a minute to talk about some zombies for a second. Oh my goodness. Vanguard Zombies, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with you guys? Man. Guys, here's the thing. I jumped on some Cold War last year, and I absolutely loved that Zombies. Hey, granted, I know Zombies isn't for everybody, and there's a lot of people who really just go back to BL3 and like that's their main grind, and like that's all they live by and all this stuff. That's awesome. If that's your thing, do it, wear that game out. But here's the thing, I really enjoyed Cold War Zombies. I really did. Granted, I wish there would have been some more maps, some more content, stuff like that. But in all reality, I think they did a great job. It's fun. I still will go back. I haven't even played Forsaken that much. That's been like the newest one that came out. Shoot, when did that come out? Like season 5, 5.5 or whatever. So, man, but let's just focus on Vanguard for a second. Here's the thing. I don't want to neglect the fact that Treyarch didn't have that much time in order from season 5, season 6 to all right, Vanguard. I mean, that's a tight window to be pushing out a lot of content for games and a new zombie mode and all this stuff. So I definitely don't want to neglect that or really just kind of blame Treyarch. They were probably tasked with coming up with a new game mode for this brand new game that's launching in November or whatever, right? Or early November. So I can't blame them, but man, I mean, they should have just stuck to their guns. In our reality, they should have just stuck to their guns and just just dropped another round-based map, call it a day, and then work on the new content coming out in December. I don't know. That in my opinion, that's what I would have done. But I don't make those decisions. So yeah, guys, man, I'm not a huge fan of the zombies. I am really not. I went to round 11 today, and we did an exfil and all the stuff. And round 11, is different in Vanguard Zombies than it is Cold War. I don't know the equivalent, whether that's around 20 or 30 or whatever. But yeah, so we did that, and round 11 wasn't super hard. But like I said, and maybe that's only round 15 or whatever. I don't know. If someone does, comment below. Tell me what all those exact numbers mean and all that jazz, and I would love that. This is not really a review video. This is kind of like a video that kind of want to go over a couple of things in the game. Yes, I know that was a long intro, but let's get into it. Okay, so basically the new Zombies mode is a mix of round-based and outbreak. You actually technically start with 4 locations in this new Zombies mode. And we're basically kind of in the dark ether to a degree. You kind of have these options to do artifacts. You've got a dragon, a mask, a sword, and a horn. You can kind of summon these things, summon these different artifacts, which is kind of like dark ether, kind of vibe-ish, to basically, hey, help you kill zombies, help you take out bosses, and all that jazzeroni. And yes, you also get these 11 covenants, and that is basically kind of gives you the opportunities. If you want to do melee attack or melee, you get more damage, cryo freeze, there's a death blow, which is critical kills, splatterfest, unholy ground, cold a week. I mean, because there's a whole bunch of kind of different covenants that you can do. So basically, these covenants are going to help you kind of get an advantage within this zombie map. Some of them are really good, and some of them actually do help the critical kills. Speaking of critical kills, I feel like you have to headshots in this game, boys. You have to get some headshots, man. Seriously. So I found that kind of pretty interesting, because a lot of guns that I used, I was trying to use, to get some body shots and stuff. And man, they just weren't doing the amount of damage. Even a Pack-a-Punch 2 weapon, I was like, oh shoot. All right, headshots it is. Yeah, so you can have up to 3 covenants at a time, and then literally they're kind of upgraded. You have some epic ones, you have blue, and then I think you have an orange is probably legendary. I can't remember the exact term for it, but basically those are just kind of the tiers of those covenants, and then you can just kind of pick and choose whatever's going to help, really kind of based on your loadout and what you're running and your style of play. Okay, so let's talk about perks. What they've done is take in essence the kind of vibe of Cold War Zombies and kind of give them a brand new name, a new paint, and kind of called them, roughly they're almost kind of the same thing to a certain degree. Like for instance, you have the Fetish Fortitude, which is basically Jug. You have Diabolical Damage, which increases critical damage, so that's kind of like, what, headshots basically? You have Demonic Frenzy, which is basically boost reload speed, so speed cola. Okay, yes, they're not the exact same, but they're kind of similar. Obviously, you still have the Pack-a-Punch, all that stuff. You get what, tier, I think that basically Pack-a-Punch has gotten more expensive now. Tier 1, or Pack-a-Punch 1 is like 7,500, I think it's 15, and then like 30,000, I believe. Guys, you know, that's basically it. Yeah, there's a couple other things. You know, you have custom loadouts and presets and all that stuff. But man, and guys, in all reality, that's it. You know, that's it. I guess we're gonna have to wait till season 1 and just kind of see what happens, and maybe even next year, maybe early next year. There's no wonder weapons, no Easter eggs, like none of that's good stuff. Like I think I unlocked a couple skins, and I hadn't even looked at those skins yet. But in all reality, it's really, that's it. Okay, so like one thing that I did like was just the salvage, and they still have the famous monkey bombs. The monkey bombs are not gone. Thank you for those monkey bombs. Yes, see, it's not all bad. Okay, seriously, here's the thing. I just don't know how often I'm gonna come back and play this mode. I really don't. I just don't know how often I am. And hey man, there's some people out there who absolutely loved Outbreak, and hey man, they did some really cool haunting events with Outbreak. Like that was fun. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not like that I'm just totally against Outbreak. I played it, it's cool, but I don't know, there's just something about this mode that as I was playing it, I was just kind of like, it felt a little slow, and I need to just play it more before I can kind of really like pinpoint it to maybe if there's really a specific narrowed down reason why I'm like, I don't know, but there is just something about it that it's just, I'm already waiting for season 1, which is fine because hey, we have multiplayer and we'll grind on that a little bit, and you know, a couple other games that are gonna be coming out as well. Guys, let me know in the comments below. But that was gonna wrap it up for this video. All right, I'll see you soon. Peace.